quite a treat here. It's an honor and a blessing to welcome the band Innerviewed to St. Louis on the night shift. Yes, and you know they are from the Virgin Islands, St. John. I am going to bring up, first of all, Grasshopper from Innerviewed. Grasshopper, bless up, how you doing?
Hey, bless up, sister, how you doing? Nice to be here. This is Philip Pickering, aka Grasshopper, lead rhythm guitar, lead vocalist.
And anyone who's ever seen Innerviewed has heard his voice. Would you like to introduce the rest of the band and let them come up and say hi?
Well, I'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Well, greetings St. Louis. My name is Akiva. They call me Mr. Snooze. I am the keyboardist of the group.
Yes, greetings St. Louis. This is Hollywood. Yeah, drums and percussion.
Give thanks and praises St. Louis. This is Jupiter, bassist for the band.
Yes.
All right, and I don't know if St. Louis, I've told you this before, I'm going to tell you again, they are playing live tomorrow night at Club Viva, and I'm just going to let them do some reasonings, I'm going to ask them a couple questions. Grasshopper, you guys have been together for 23 years?
That's a misnomer.
Tell me the truth.
The truth is, Innerviewed have been together 30 years.
30 years?
Yes.
So that is why your sound is so tight.
I don't know about all that, but I know we've been working this thing a long time. Not everybody in the band has currently been with the band 30 years, but we date the band back to when I joined and actually joined the band. The band was in existence before I joined.
Wow.
So there's a lot of history behind it, and you know, we just do what we do, you know.
Now, tell me a little bit of the history behind it.
Well, the history behind it, I was a youngster, maybe about 17 years, and joined the military, went away, taught myself to play the drums, the guitar, the bass, you know, figured out what was happening with the keyboards. I never really focused on keyboards that much. And then when I came out of the military, I joined the group Prophecy, and the Prophecy was composed of, at the time, about 11 members. We had some sisters singing backing vocals, we did a whole lot of covers and everything else. But somewhere along the line, there was a name change, and we changed the name to the band called Innerviewed. As people would leave and people would come, and people would leave and people would come. We had approximately 30-something people pass through this organization. And what's left now is currently my brother on bass, Jupiter, and my two sons. And we're still pushing forward with the music. And Jupiter joined us about 22 years ago, somewhere around there. About 20-some years, I think.
I joined in 1980.
19. He says 19.
1988 is when I joined.
And I think my two sons joined about 9 years ago.
That's amazing. You come from the island of St. John in the Virgin Islands, a small island, 19 miles, something like that?
19 and a half square miles.
Wow. Tell me how that influenced your music.
Well, the influence really came from Jamaica, like any other reggae music. For us, at least for me on a personal level, Jupiter and myself, we used to compete from little boys singing in the house, just put on R&B and just sing. I mean, it was always R&B music. But then Saturday nights there was a radio station in the Virgin Islands, in the British Virgin Islands, called ZBVI, and they focus a lot on Ken Booth and Ernie Smith and, you know, Pluto and the earlier, you know, Ken Lazarus and all his brothers' music. And so that's the music I grew up on, and then listening to, you know, they have like recordings of Mikey Dread doing his thing. And so I'd be up in the middle of the night with my little pocket radio, you know, listening. And that was my initial influence. Because the Virgin Islands is predominantly soca music, which is the dominant art form there. But so for me to be able to feel reggae music the way we feel it, and to be able to bring it forward with the arrangements and stuff that we do, and feel it a lot like the Yardies do. They, you know, a lot of times when we go and perform and they hear the band, a lot of people think that the band is from Jamaica, and we're not, you know. So, and I don't think anyone here has ever been there. So it's very unique in that respect. But other than that, we just do what we do, you know.
And you do what you do very well. You have that classic one drop.
Well, we have the one drop. We have quite a few, because what we did was kind of borrow from everybody. You know, we borrowed over the years, like I said, the influence from R&B. There's influence in there from rock and roll. There's influence in there from some blues. There's influence in there from just about every reggae artist who had a number one.
And
because when we played covers, we never played cutlery tunes. We always played the hit songs, and so our songwriting developed from hearing the creative way they put together hit songs. And so for Innervisions, if you listen to our albums, you notice that there's no song on the album without a hook. Every single song has a hook. So the first time you hear it, you want to hear it the second time. So it's just something that we developed over the years. And so for us right now is just to get the message down, what we really want to say. You know?
That is absolutely true. They do have a hook. They do have a hook. All right, now tell me a little bit about, of course, Bob Marley. You know, he is influenced almost all reggae musicians. Spiritual dancer.
Spiritual dancer. Well, spiritual dancer was written by another brother who just recently retired from Innervisions. St. Louis loved him very much because he did quite a few songs that they loved. Spiritual Dancer, to be exact, was one, and Can You Feel It, which is another big hit for him here in St. Louis area. And right now we're featuring Mr. Snooze on Can You Feel It, just doing it up his style, you know. And Spiritual Dancer we have not done yet, so you know we're thinking about it, but working towards that goal. Still trying to get the new stuff down and get it tight. So that's a real focus right now. But you know, but Bob did play a huge influence on Paul. Said he wrote Spiritual Dancer because he felt in a dream one time that him and Bob were sitting somewhere and they had a higher reasonment, you know, under some meditation, you know. So
that's really amazing. So tomorrow at Club Viva, you're going to be showcasing from your new CD, Stay Alive, I hope.
Yes, we're going to be featuring quite a few tracks from the new album, Stay Alive, and we'll be doing a lot of the old favorites. So
it sounds like it's going to be a show not to be missed.
Yes, yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people of St. Louis?
Well, you know, basically the message of Innervisions is really what it's all about, you know, because a lot of people talk the talk, but then they don't walk the walk, and so we try to leave all aspects of doctrines on the sidelines, and we try to deal mainly with everyday common liberty between mankind. You know, when you meet your brethren and your sister on the street, the communication between you, the love should be there. And a lot of times we are caught up in doctrine. You know, I'm a 12th tribe. I'm a bobo. I'm a you know, whatever. You know, and in retrospect, I think that what that does is separates the people. You know. It's like I see no difference between that and the churches because they do the same thing. I'm a Lutheran, I'm a Methodist, I'm a whatever.
Right.
And basically it's only one God, and if we realize that, then we put all this other rubbish on the side and deal with each other, because love is the bottom line. And every single teacher, prophet, whoever you call it, I don't care what doctrine you believe in, Muhammad, you name it, everybody came forward and they said the same thing, and mankind still is missing the boat when it comes to that. So we get caught up in all these little other things that cause us to miss the boat when it comes to the big picture. And the big picture, you know, because like me, I've stopped studying because I've seen the big picture now. I don't go in the books and read. I've seen the big picture. The big picture is the Creator who made us wants us to learn to live together and love each other, and that's the bottom line.
It is the bottom line. It's kind of like the whole one love philosophy too that Bob Marley was talking about, and I can see that you are very much one in with that. So, words beautifully spoken. After let's see, you'll be doing Club Viva tomorrow. So where do you go from there?
From Club Viva we go to another location in Missouri. We go to Columbia, Missouri. It's going to be a very short show because it's in a venue we've never performed before. And we actually perform with a jam band, which is going to be interesting.
Really?
Be interesting twist. And we performed with them before, many years ago when we first started hitting the circuits in America. We were doing the Bob Marley tour through Texas area, and we met them there. And they were good then, so they should be good now.
And with you guys going with them, how could it not be? You know,
it's going to be awesome night. I think the set is going to be very short, and but I think they're going to enjoy what we're going to do.
Well, we're looking forward to you at Club Viva tomorrow night. Really want to thank you guys for coming in the studio. We appreciate love you coming down. Anyone else want to say anything while you're still here?
Step up, Snooze.
Thank you very much.
Just want to say it's nice to be in St. Louis and
invite your fans out, man. You know you have your fans, your personal fans.
Personal fans come out. So greetings. Big up St. Louis.
Yes, I thank you very much for coming in the studio. We really appreciate it. It's going to be a great show tomorrow at Club Viva, 408 North Euclid.
Yes, we look forward to doing that show for you, and we want everybody to come out there with your dancing shoes, but come with your ears wide open as well. You know, get the message.